Hey everyone, this is Pastor Matt. Man, we missed a lot of you today at our 6-year anniversary, whether it was due to illness or weather or travel. But we didn't want you to miss out on a little tradition that we do every year at SCC. So if you missed church today, this video is for you. One thing about SCC is it's not my church or Amy's church. Man, it's our church. We together are God's church. And as the church, once a year at our anniversary, we ask everyone at SCC to renew 3 very important commitments that go like this. First, we ask you to recommit to a daily time with God, as in a time every day when you spend some time talking with God in prayer about whatever's on your heart, and then you listen to Him by reading some of the Bible. Why do we do that? Well, because in John 17:3, Jesus says that this Christianity thing is about knowing God personally, knowing Him intimately. It's about a relationship with Him. And you're never going to be close to anyone in relationship if you never spend time with them, right? So challenge 1 is to commit to a daily time with God. One great way to do that is to read through the Bible with us over the course of this year. If you're not already signed up to get our daily text messages with our daily readings, sign up right now. Just text the word Bible to that number on the screen. And starting tomorrow, you'll start getting the text messages. Jump in with us and commit to a daily time with God, starting right now. Also starting right now, will you commit to a weekly tithe to God? What's that mean? Well, basically, tithing is this system that God set up in the Bible to provide for the ministry He's called us to do. Because like it or not, ministry takes money. At SCC, we keep things as ridiculously cheap as we can, but we still have to pay rent at the Stillwell Center. That's about $425 a week. It also costs money to have coffee and snacks. When we do Celebrate Recovery, we have to pay rent to cover the facilities we use there, as well as the books and the resources that we use. We need resources for kids ministry, for teen ministry, and if no one ever helps us cover that, then we can't do it. It stops happening. But God says, don't worry, I have a plan for that. It's called tithing. It's where the people of the church support the ministry of the church, where everyone in the church provides for the church's needs by giving back 10% of our salaries to the God that gives us our jobs in the first place. So every time you and I get paid by our jobs, God says, hey, look at your gross income and then donate 10% of that to the church. Keep 90% of it for your bills, your needs, absolutely. But the church gets 10% because God said so. And that's what we use to keep the church running, to do all the awesome stuff we can do and more, hopefully. So if you get paid $100, God says, give the church 10. Keep 90, but give the church 10. If you get paid $1,000, God says, keep 900, pay your bills, go out to eat, whatever, but give SCC 100, and so on and so forth. In fact, if you don't give the 10%, God says you're robbing Him, basically. In Malachi chapter 3, is some very strong language there. He says we're under a curse if we're not tithing. But when we do tithe regularly, He promises He'll bless us like crazy. He'll meet our needs. In fact, He even challenges us. He says, just test me in this and see if I don't bless you like crazy. And then number 3, will you commit to community? What's that mean? Well, in chapter 2 of the book of 1 Peter, Peter says, doing life alone, that's something you do before you're a Christian. That's something people do who don't know Jesus. Once you come to know Jesus, you become part of this thing God is creating on the earth, this family, this thing we call church. And when you're missing from church, Paul says in 1 Corinthians 12, it's like a vital body part that's missing from a body. We need you on the team. We miss you. So challenge number 3 is to commit to that community. Commit to not missing Sunday morning. And commit to being early, or at least on time. Commit to joining one of our house churches this spring. We're actually started signups for that today. Commit to community. Will you make those 3 commitments? If so, then here's what I want you to do. Grab your smartphone and go to sccsunday.com. It's our special mobile site that we use on Sunday mornings. We set it up for something special this week, so just type in sccsunday.com, hit go or enter or whatever you have on your phone there. And once it loads, you'll see this, right? Here's the dude with the Bible passage. Scroll down all the way past the welcome card stuff, past where you can give online. And at the bottom, you'll see what we used to print out in paper form, our little annual card. It has our annual Bible verse on it, which is all about how God's Word is like a lamp to our feet and a light for our path. Great verse. if you tap on that, we're doing a digital commitment card this year. And it'll take you to this other page once it works. It'll take you to this other page where what you used to see in paper form on the back of the card where you'd sign it to commit to those things, it's digital. So you have the 3 commitments and it says, because I want to grow closer to God this year, starting right now, I commit to a daily time with God, a weekly tithe to God, and regular involvement in STC community. And if you will make those 3 commitments, just type your name right there, hit I commit, and that will send me an email that you did that. Then we'll make you like an official laminated card to give you next Sunday. And I want to keep a record of it so I can pray for you in those commitments, because we have an enemy that as soon as you say you will do that, will try to make you stop doing it. So I want to pray for you, and I want to keep you accountable on it, because that's what family does. And we need you on the team, and we want you on the team. So if you'll make those commitments, go ahead and sign up for that. I'll be watching for your email, and I hope to see you back with us next Sunday.